Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for stopping by again. This is a relatively quick one. I just wanted you to know that all the concern about the memorandum of understanding has been now, we think, taken care of. What it boiled down to, as you may remember, is that we had this discussion with the American government regarding the use of facilities or any sort of activity down here. And that was Pete Hegseth, and we had a memorandum of understanding, which is not a treaty, and so forth. Um, and it was done. He went back, and then we started getting these reports that, wow, all sorts of strange things had happened. There were going to be American bases in Panama. Their troops were going to be, you know, assigned to this country and in the zone. The old Air Force base would become an Air Force base again. And I mean, this is way out of whack with what was reality down here. But we wanted to know, and a perfectly logical thing. And so the government asked for a clarification. They would like to see the English version that was being used up there. I mean, we know about the situation politically, and it's not our problem. It's somebody else's, but it can be a problem for us if we don't ask and we not make it very definite that we need to know. And that took a while, as you know, to happen. And that's in the midst of which we're dealing with Social Security and the reconsideration of the mine and all sorts of lots of plenty of controversial things, and especially the Social Security. And that's led to some demonstrations and some people on strike. It's not a huge strike that's crippled the country, but it's definitely having an impact. And we're trying to get it dealt with in the way that we do things here. So we do not go around busting people's heads in, anything of that sort, nor are we about to start because it upsets you. So if it does, that's not our style. Whatever the point was, what was displeasing to me is that as long as we waited day after day after day for the Americans to say what it is they actually believed they had signed, I'm sorry, that's the way it looked, then we couldn't be sure. And as I say, some of the stuff being said up there in the social media and what have you really didn't sound very good at all. So this has become a real problem. And it added to the problem out in the streets. And it was being taken advantage of. Now, the demonstrations here are dropping a bucket compared to 23, and people are getting all concerned. I don't think it will go to that point, but this is for Panamanians to make up their minds on. I don't think it's going to be as united a sense because, to begin with, we finally come to grips with this growing association of our problems are associated with the United States somehow. It's all wrapped together. And this is not an anti-American country by any stretch of the imagination. It is true, however, that President Trump did take his personal reputation here, took pretty solid hits here over this last situation. And fewer and fewer people were expressing support and so on. But all we wanted to do is get the thing settled and move on with our lives here. And you're having these problems. So it was a great pleasure. I'm pleased to say that I get up this morning and there is from the U.S. Embassy on U.S. Embassy stationery a formal summary of the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding. A summary is fine because it takes most of the artificial, not artificial, but the diplomatic blah, 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 and space stuff up. But it hits all the main points. It's everything we needed to know, and it clearly was written thoughtfully in response to criticisms and questions from down here. Finally, okay? And I will give you a link and you can look at both. It's 4 pages. The first 2 pages are in Spanish, and this, of course, as they should be. And then the last 2 are the English translation. Now, it's everything that we had expected is there, and they have now underlined it, emphasized it, put it in bold type, and which is what should have been done. As they say, it's not like we weren't happy with what we'd received. We just hadn't received what we wanted, what we needed, which was a copy of what we were supposedly agreed to. And here it is. And you will see very clearly, no bases here. No, the bases are, they will, everything, it's very clear that nothing's done here without the approval of the Panamanian government, that they are in complete control of all the facilities and everything that's on here. That the troops, for example, are rotated and they're not going to be here on a full-time basis over time. I mean, this is not a place where we're becoming permanently setting up shop. It can be, without question, it can be ended at any point, the memorandum by either party. And it goes bop, 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 point, and meets those concerns that we had. And I'm very pleased to see it. And I'd like to think that Ambassador Cabrera, who is just now taking over, he may have had some, I'm sure he had some impact on getting it down here, but also it made it easier if we finally get an ambassador here. It's better if you have an ambassador in place when you do it. But this was urgent, and we needed to know, and it was getting out of hand. And we don't need this. Nobody needs this, as far as Panama and the U.S. are concerned. So take it up and take a look at it. I think you'll find it's quite pretty innocent. I was going to go through and read out the important sections of it, but heck, it's going to take you all of 5 minutes today. If you don't read it, don't come back and complain to me, okay? It's so easy. Now, I do have to say this. I do have to say this once every few months, sometimes weeks. This is a global website, not an American website. I have every once in a while allowed, Americans are having their royal fits now, and they're just in this horrific screaming match that seems to go on endlessly, and they bring it into everything. So I really refused. I would let somebody say something because they had a good message, but then they'd ruin it all by taking some blatantly political stance on that nation. And I can't go in and edit these things. So I either post the whole thing or I don't. I just choose not to post it because I got tired of it because it would bring 3 or 4 other people into the run at everything else. So this last time that we had it out here, I got 3 of them that didn't get published. And they didn't be, it's not a question of agreement or disagreement. It's just 2 of them slammed President Trump, and the 3rd one was supportive of him, but was sort of semi-critical of Panamanians in the Senate. I didn't understand the situation going on and what we were talking about. But it was clearly also very political, too. And so those 3 did not get published, and I don't hate these people or anything of the sort. And I hope they don't think that I do. No. But those who ask questions, I mean, we have a tendency here to overdo this demonstration thing. Yes, we do have demonstrations underway, and on the weekend we managed to get more than a few hundred, get over the 1,000 mark, I think, at the University of Panama. It was quite quiet, and I mean, not quiet, but it's just orderly and organized and what have you. And yes, there was some marching around and, chanting and what have you, briefly, and the police did their thing too. And everybody got along fine, just as we usually do. I mean, people, it's almost like, people are very serious, right? They mean what they're doing. But they have learned that the best way to do it, the best way to gain support, is to be very clear that's how you feel, and then lay off, no violence, no burning of anything, no, trashing of buildings or anything of this sort. We don't do that. I mean, and that's part and parcel of how Panama operates. Even though there are students at the university who are not from Panama, and some of them are really, hot to trot when it comes to this sort of stuff. But usually, common sense takes control. So it's not that big a deal. Let's put it this way. We don't have children here who go into schools with guns and kill other kids, and maybe an adult if they're present. It just doesn't happen. We don't have people who drive a car into a crowded public place and just kill people and destroy property. We don't do that down here. We don't have a lot of things that go on in other countries that are considered unfortunate and very negative is not something that we have down here, and we're pleased not to have it. So what can I tell you? The demonstrations normally are there. They're now. People get this thing about, suppose somebody needs to get to the hospital and they can't get to the hospital because the road is blocked. I've seen when ambulances have come up to, I've been here 21 years, I've seen a few demonstrations. and they clear out of the way. It gets, it's a large group of people. You have to move them out, but the police are normally present. They'll get in there and they'll move people around and so on. They'll get out. Panamanians are not hideous, ugly, evil people who want someone to die because they're blocking the ambulance. What are you people thinking? No, it's not it at all. But they're quite determined. If you don't have anybody going to the hospital, you can just wait like everybody else. Now, you're not special. You're a guest in the house, so to speak. And you may not like it, but this is the way it happens. So we've got some of this going on now, and I believe this, finally, if we have managed to successfully get this U.S. thing out of the way, then we should be able to move on the other things a little more easily. And there's hope for other things as well, but I'm not going to predict anything because it's in the hands of the people who are going to make the decisions, and I will listen. I listen to them. If I'm asked for an opinion, I give it. Otherwise, I say nothing, except to friends, of course, close friends. But I don't get involved here and that. And I know some expats who have, and it's a mistake. And so often they just don't. They just learn that that's not a good thing to do. So that's how I've done it for almost all the 58 years I've worked overseas in different places. And it hasn't failed me yet. So I'm sorry if that upsets people, but it comes and goes. It's not considered a major deal here. And thank God we don't have to face the angry mobs we see in Europe and North America. I mean, screaming obscenities at each other, calling each other fascists and communists and all this crap. We don't do that. And I hope we never do. So thank you for stopping by, and pick up a copy of that MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. It'll be right in the description as soon as I get this done and get this edited and up on the web. Thank you for stopping by.